yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, BPM.
Happy New Year. Yo, I'm not even lifting the cup. I'm on this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, Debbie Downer. Come
for
on.
I got you.
There we go.
Anyway,
The ear doctor doing double, triple duty for us anyway. He got us all covered tonight. What's up, Lawrence? What's up, Remixers filing in?
Hey,
Greetings,
how
everybody.
y'all doing?
Happy anniversary.
Yes.
Two down.
New Year's.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Ear doctor celebrating out there. Y'all gotta look at ear doctor's face real quick, man. That cat right there. You're the different zone. Understand. Hey,
Yeah.
all the remixes, the folks in the chat, 2 years. You
2
survived.
years.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. We expect other folks to file in tonight and just to say what's up. Be here for a couple hours. Just reminiscing, telling stories, maybe taking some questions.
Yes, I think we got to take some questions.
Absolutely. So
before we go there, we have to advise you all. This particular program right here, we got to put it in the chat. This one right here is absolutely parental guidance is in full effect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So some of y'all, when you come sending these messages, I don't like when they said anything might get said.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Understand that. Yeah.
Don't.
So that's for that, man. So someone's missing. A few someone's are missing right now.
I mean, some folks are divas and are really important and can't be everywhere at once. So we always do the best we can. It's all good.
Where cardboard face Kamau at? Looking like he got backspins on his face. Where he at, man?
I don't know where he is.
I thought he was with you. They said he's on. He said he's in Brooklyn, right?
Oh,
that's my disco ball spinning in the back.
Word. He got the box in the back too.
The original boom box. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, Jared, man, you got stuck up around my way, man. You just snatched the box.
Give me all your batteries too.
Yeah, you looking too comfortable. The 8D batteries, what would have slowed us down? Shout out to all the cats that had the boom
them joints
box.
were heavy. Radio Raheem was a strong brother, man. That joint, them joints was not light when you had all the batteries in them joints.
Man, I'm telling you, it was a minimum of 8 to 10 D batteries. You understand what I'm saying? You must understand it. And you have to know that if you're really out there like that, those D batteries will not last the entire week. You might get 4 or 5 days straight.
Hey, Megan.
Back to it.
Hey, let me put some production to this whole thing. So let everybody know how this whole Black Power media even started. I'm gonna be the questionnaire today. Let me ask y'all, how did this even start? How did y'all come up with this concept of Black Power media?
How did we come up with it? Jared, you want to tell us?
2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was definite, it went this way. K and K called me on the way. Said on the bat phone, let's do it today. BPM, we going to free this way. They ain't ready for sway. They got the answer sway. That's what I meant to say. Don't worry about what I do, I'm freestyling.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, listen. When we bring on corny hip hop, you can't do without Kamau. Kamau is in full effect with the vintage. He came through with the vintage long john shirt. It's popping.
That's right. That's right.
And late. I had to do it all. I came late. I came with the shirt. Just like the first day
in the building.
With the jaundice lighting.
Don't worry, everybody. Kamau's liver is okay.
Come on, ear doctor's losing it right now. This dude came on the scene. We can't say what he said before he was on the scene, but that's gonna be for the Patreon.
Okay. Is he lit? He looks a little lit. Oh, we got $20.
No question. Oh, no question. Oh, they waited for you, Kamau.
Hey, Dro 345.
Good looking out, Dro.
Okay.
Lawrence is back.
Coming through.
Lawrence. All right.
Lawrence is in the building. Some folks don't know Lawrence because Lawrence hasn't been on that long. and they just creep on BPM and creep off real quick. They'll come in and be like, "Bow, we here," and leave. So Lawrence, if you don't mind, for the people who don't know who the L is, you know what I'm saying? Please introduce yourself.
Wait a minute. We didn't get the story yet.
The story of how BPM started.
Yes.
Okay.
We can do that after the story.
Yeah. Come on, let's know.
I'll let Jared
get it. That was pretty good. I feel like I summarized it pretty well.
Man, we was caught up in the hype of your freestyle. We need to hear it.
My version is Kalonji and Kamau called me up and said, "Let's do BPM." And that was basically it. And I was already like, yeah, before the idea was finished. So and that was it. And you know, for all the bumps and whatever, I mean, we just kind of said yes and started running. There wasn't a lot of like it wasn't
just like most
excessive planning, right? I was gonna say,
let's do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. To tighten that story up, Jared was already rocking I Mix What I Like for years before you know we got together, and you know I think we respected what he was doing, and you know 5 years ago,
like he needs some help. Like he needs some help.
That's what it was. That's
it ain't gonna last without
this dude. He's going under. He's going down. Right.
We got concerned with him. He was like 650 pounds when he started, and then we looked on it. He was like buck 25. We gotta help this man. What's going on?
Had he had already gone through the weight loss when we did that?
Yeah,
you were skinny,
101. He did Dick Gregory 101. So 5 years ago we started Renegade Culture.
That's been 5 years ago.
Yeah.
On February 17th.
Ain't that so sick?
5 years. Yes. And then
That's nuts.
we got it started. We met Ear Doctor while we was doing production and everything. I think they had like a number of different interns. Before then, they had a number of different quote unquote producers that weren't really producers. And shout out to them. Shout out to Playback Studios, people over there. And then Ear Doctor came along. He was the only one that could stick with us.
And I was like, yo, let's take this shit to video, baby. Let's take it to the next room.
True.
Let's take it to video.
And I was reluctant. I was like, why we need cameras up in this bitch, B? Cameras.
And you're right.
I denied the audience all of this, of course, but I was just like, it's so much easier just to talk in a microphone.
Yes. But it was after that, 3 years in, Jared had been on the show like 4 or 5 times. And I'm not going to front. He did help the ratings go up a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talking extra crazy.
With us a lot. Yeah, talking extra crazy. Yeah, you had me down there challenging the whole reverse soda crew.
He
said, I challenge.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. So then we called.
Good looking out, Coco. Thank you very much.
Our newest host.
Coco in the building. Okay. You know what? That sounds good, man. Let's get these 20s out for this. What is this? 2 years? 2 years times 10 sound like 20.
I like that. 20. Let's make it twos going. Two.
No doubt.
22 twos.
Yes. We linked up, and the rest is history. And a fun fact: Remix Morning Show came later on. That would be on 420. But
that's right.
Remix was named after Renegade Culture, and I Mix What I Like.
Bam.
Speaking of a Renegade original.
Did I come up with
Thank you, my written voice.
Okay, my written voice said 25.
25.
Everybody got 25. That's how we doing it.
25, get 25, get 30, 30, 35, get 35, 40. Big up, Minister Server was good.
Minister Server was good, man.
Happy 2-year anniversary, Black Power Media.
True.
Okay.
Right on. Thank you very much,
Minister. You said that like you was in slow motion, though.
Well, he is.
2-year anniversary.
That's why he, when we came to Black Power, he's supposed to do a show, but then he cut out on us.
Oh,
hey, but you listen.
Okay.
Black Power Media killed Renegade Culture.
I was going to say something like that. But then I left it alone. I was going to say that, but then I left it alone.
I'm telling you,
you're right. No, you're right.
And Server was down with
it. Thank you, Franny.
40 bills. Thank you, Franny. Man, you got more money than that. What's going on, Franny?
You said only two. You said 20 for twos. You can't. You
can't do twos.
She can't add another zero.
Dang.
Thank you, Chitty Matcha.
Thank you, Chitty.
Thank you.
My bad. Thank you, Franny. I'm joking. Kind of.
Kind of.
Definitely kind of. But anyway.
Only slightly.
Where you at, Minister? You in the bedroom?
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I was trying to go in the living room, but my son already commandeered the living room. You know, I'm on my hip hop, pop, and grandpop shit. You know.
These daggone kids, man. No, they got no respect, man. They just take over everything. Set up shop everywhere. These daggone kids.
Minister Server was on Renegade Culture too. If y'all missed Renegade Culture, he used to do the hip hop stories, and he brought in his
like 30 cuts to do it though. It took him like 30 cuts. I'm sorry.
A few times I would be able to be there to watch the production part if I was like in the background or whatever to see all the tape. That would be kind of funny. Be like,
man, you know what?
Because he didn't practice. He came on thinking he knew everything. He came on thinking he knew everything.
I had way too much info, yo. I had way too much info. It just got shook on me.
Then he jumbled. He like hip hop culture minister. And he forget one date. And he said, "Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again."
And guess who had to be there?
But on the real, man, on the production as a whole, sometimes when we were in the studio doing the whole Renegade Culture thing, we'll have a drag them out fight. Like, and it'd be 30 seconds, 30 seconds before go time. And they were like, hey, Renegade Culture, what's going on?
Leia Box.
Thank you.
200 on building.
Yeah, thank you.
She threw 20 or 200? 20?
20. Take it easy, Kamau. Take it easy.
But you know what? The whole irony is Dr. Jared Ball was saying Renegade Culture was his favorite show.
It was. That was no bullshit. That was very much.
It still is.
And he killed it. Yeah, he killed it.
And then
right. That's why we're looking at you sideways now, Jared. We're like, hold up.
Shout out to Deborah Rodriguez. I don't know who the Dashiki brothers are, but you know.
Thank you, Deborah.
I'm Tim's and Hoodie. Okay,
Nello.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Is it Nello or Nilo?
I think it's Nello, man.
I would say Nello. It's only one
Nello.
Yeah. So we don't have him as the English teacher. We have their doctor.
That's right.
Blood honey.
Okay, 20 pounds. We got to check that currency. We with you.
Oh, look at the pressure. Look at the pressure.
Oh, Franny came back. Like, take this.
I know. It's still like 200.
Kamau
Banklin.
Get him, Franny.
The fundraiser minus the fun.
Oh, wow.
True.
Something bad wrong with y'all, man.
Man, you need to put that drop in the sounds joint.
I got you. Hey, but I'm about to go check out Nas in Madison Square Garden, so I got to leave out. But
look at these flaws. That is some bullshit.
That is some bullshit
flaws right there.
Oh, I was just saying after last night, the concert, I was a little tired from watching Legacy rip down Carnegie Hall. So now tonight we're gonna go see Nas do his thing with a bunch of guests. And
where's Nas at? Where's Nas
at? Madison Square Garden.
Check this dude doing the tourist joint. He was at Carnegie Hall last night. Madison Square Garden tomorrow.
I know.
Tonight. What's going on, man?
Hey man, shout out to Paul. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad your job as a gigolo is paying off, bro. I see that shit happening, bro. That shit is popping. I like that. I'm not mad at it.
When he left on Thursday, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do a video shoot." I was like, "You gonna go shoot porn? Like, what are you going to go shoot in New York?"
I don't even know why I'm on here tonight.
Like, who wants you all the way to New York to shoot a video?
People like me, man.
To shoot a video.
Let's get it straight.
Anybody in New York that can shoot a video.
Hey, I'm just looking at who's not in the chat. That's all.
Okay.
I'm
just what you saying? Wait. Don't leave yet, brother. Word on the street is somebody from the remixes paid for the ear doctor to come through for the weekend. That's what. Did you hear that rumor, Jared?
That's what I heard. That's why I'm looking at the chat for who is and who's not here.
Let's check the chat.
Who's looking off to the side now? Look off to the side.
Be like, get in the chat and say something real quick.
So, this is our time now. Hey,
shout out to the to Paul Porter, who oh wow, hold up, the Zato.
Whoa,
Whoa,
look at that, making it rain.
Missing the BPM ladies, but happy birthday, y'all. Okay,
they coming.
We appreciate that. They definitely coming.
Yeah,
but shout out to Paul Porter, who unfortunately, you know, we had a couple words, but that's my man, and he used to manage Lettucey. That's the connect I was trying to make there. Yeah, he was managing Lettucey.
Who you ain't have no words with? Like shout out.
I mean, you know, every once in a while, you know,
everybody.
Lawrence, you never got to fight with Jared?
No, Lawrence has never had an issue with me. Not that you're on mute.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wait, have I had an issue with Jared? No.
Ever? Like you never got into it with him? You never had like a petty argument with him?
The only thing I remember is when he had that debate. Being like, man, I wish I could have coached him up a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, Lawrence, tell him about it. I'm not mad at that. He's exactly right, though. This is facts. Go ahead, tell him the facts.
Hey, before y'all get in that story, thank y'all for the 2 years of being around all the remixes and everybody that come to Black Power Media. I'm about to be out, but I appreciate y'all. I have love for all my hosts and all the people that's coming on there, on the TV, on the screen right now. So big up to all y'all. Let's keep this thing moving. Much love.
Be careful out there.
Man.
Have a great time, brother.
You can hate me now.
Yeah.
Let's kick
I
him
do
out
think
the
he's
studio.
dating Ricky Ryan.
Thank you, Zato.
I'll see Ricky in the chat.
No, you're not late, Hiram. You're on time, Hiram.
Ricky's always in the chat. All of a sudden today, she's not in the chat. My man, the ear doctor's in New York. Something's going on. That's all I'm saying.
Jackie's not here either.
Jackie,
got a whole weekend.
It's a wild weekend.
Somebody make sure Kim's show is on.
That's right. Where's Kim?
Hey, server talking about he got a whole weekend.
They did their whole New York thing without us.
That's horrible.
He sure did. I was about to say, if you're not bringing Nas on here, then what's the point?
Yeah, man.
You know?
Listen.
Anyway, hey, listen. Roast me up a little bit.
Wait a minute. Lawrence didn't tell a story. I wanted to hear the story about the thing.
Go ahead. What happened, Lawrence? Yeah, what happened?
Oh, yeah. So with you, Real News, this has been like 2013, 2014?
No, it would have been after. It had been 2015, somewhere in 2015, 2016.
It must have been early 2015. My Life is Divided before Freddie Gray.
Damn.
Freddie Gray.
So okay, I was about to say. I thought he was about to say this was the dividing line event.
No. April 2015 was the dividing line.
Yeah, right on.
So free Freddie Gray, I'm guessing 2015. So with you and Glenn Ford, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Against Michael Eric Dyson, and remind me the brother's name.
James Patterson, whose career kind of took a hit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you put him out of business.
Not us.
And remind me what
his
the topic
inability
was.
to be appropriate with women and grad students, apparently.
Oh damn!
And
burn it down.
Hey. She heard somebody was roasting Jared. It was like, hold up, I can't.
I gotta get on there. I gotta get in there. Perfect timing.
Let me get my jabs and kicks in real quick. Somebody.
Oh man.
What's going, bros? How y'all feeling? Happy anniversary to the founders.
Yes.
And thank you for coming through.
Yes.
Of course. As much as a hard time as I gave y'all about me being on here tonight, I said I at least have to show up and say a little something.
No doubt. Lawrence was telling us a story about
begging and whatnot.
It's working. Look at all that money we ever raised. It's more money we ever raised. More money. Bam.
Okay.
Thank you, Oldie.
Yeah, Lawrence, finish your story. You got it.
So could it have been 2016? Because was it the Bernie?
It could have been.
Was it the Bernie Hillary conversation that brought the debate in?
Yes, it was after that debate.
So it must have been 2016. Again, my brain is totally fried.
Right. So Paul J and Real News had hosted a Bernie Sanders debate. I was on the anti-Bernie camp, and it was some folks from the Jacobin that were there promoting the Bernie camp, and that was another sort of turning point. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So I remember, Glenn Ford doing his whole sheepdog thing, and then you, I think, trying to be very precise about talking what Mike Eric Dyson has said. Then Mike Eric Dyson started rhyming, and started basically giving generalities and platitudes about how endorsing people like Hillary and working with the Democratic Party had done more for Black people than what he said, quote, the Dashiki Rafiki crowd ever did.
Damn. So you brushed Jared like that?
Was very I use that when I talk about this debate. But then it just kind of, in terms of like, the precision of like being able to nail down specific things, because our whole political methodology is basically to question that and challenge that. And yeah, it's really hard to nail people down to specifically make them defend the cost of that approach and the benefits of independent political organizing and agitation to leverage more concessions. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's just like, main man was like, I remember my man Adam asked a question, and it's like, sometimes people are like, are in the way. And he was like, well, love me out of the way, brother. Love me out of the way.
Yeah, he was. After the first round, Glenn. One important fact is that Glenn Ford was sick that day. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't on his A game, and I was definitely relying on him to be on his A game. And then I just lost my temper. That's really all it was. I just got mad and couldn't focus anymore, and was like, and then he and I had I don't know if you were there for that part, but Dyson and I had a few words after the whole thing was over. Mm-hmm. And he started doing that thing where you walk away and start talking all loud. And I called him and I was like, nah, don't do that. I was like, don't walk out of here. I was like, don't do that. Come on back down here. And then he walked back and my man started filming. I think he still got the take because he thought something was about to happen. And it was funny because no disrespect, but I didn't know how short he was, man. And when he came up to me, he was like, why are you so mad at me, man? Why are you so mad at me, man?
Hey, yo.
What a short man voice though, Jared.
That's how he sounded though, but that's how he sounded in that moment. His voice did go up and he was kind of like demure and he was like, why are you so angry at me, man?
Why I saw that tape though. Hey Jared, confession. I saw the tape and Michael Eric Dyson said, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. I was like, wow. You lucky I saw that.
He didn't say that. That don't rhyme. That don't rhyme. So you couldn't say.
Oh no, he was good though. He was really good
before you get knocked down. That worked.
He did the whole. He was there. He was like, they love me everywhere I go. I'm in everybody's church. I'm with the people. I was like, man, you're right, man. I was like, I can't. I was like, fuck it.
He hit you with the when the brothers in the hood talk to me. They say good stuff. Keep it going.
Yeah,
that's your brothers from
you did it like a no mas. You just knew masked them. You did a Roberto Duran. You were like no mas.
But practically I did. But I kept performing. I kept like at one point I did tell him to shut up. But that was just losing my temper. I was like, man, I was like, he's so phony. I just wasn't ready. And then I was like, but Glenn gonna handle it. I'm just gonna have to.
And Glenn was just like,
Glenn was a little bit. He was just off. He was just sick. He was like, he wasn't. It was just.
Yeah.
Anyway, rest in peace to Glenn and fuck Michael Eric Dyson. Who, by the way, got his own little issues. Like, what's up with all this? With Georgetown and Vanderbilt, a lot of sisters been silenced on this stuff, man. But all right, whatever, whatever.
Hey,
anyway.
Thank you to Renee, for your very generous super chat support. Thank you, Renee.
Yes, Renee gave us 50. She said she's not staying long, but she gave us 50 off the bat.
No doubt. And also, Gannibal, 21st Century. I believe that's.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pettiness for more pettiness and hate.
Yes.
We missed a couple of them. Wait a minute, one more.
About to say, Kamau, this is your lane. Right here. You want to the money, Chief.
You know what I'm saying? They coming out. As soon as I came on,
bring them out.
Bam, they started dropping the dollars.
That's what
might come off. I might take the shirt off.
Please don't, brother.
Hey. Yes. No. We love that. More of that. Jared, Kalonji, Balagoon, everybody. Y'all want to start
all at once. Let's do a little.
Hey, I respect y'all, but
do a little magic.
Respect what y'all saying, but not me.
They all look at me stone face at me. They're like,
I'm afraid not.
No much.
We're a long way from that. We're a long way.
Not that event.
Your doctor just left.
Right.
No granddad calendar. It could be a granddad calendar.
Talk to him, Kamau. There's an audience for that.
Half of y'all are grandfathers.
We'll put you on February 29th of this year, brother.
We got the right name and the right amount. Thank you very much. Hold up.
Okay.
George Jackson.
40 in the clip, baby. Please have Daruba come over again. Explain more about his FBI files. The David Hilliard revelation was wild. We need good understanding of COINTELPRO and how much it reached the Central Committee of the PPP.
Wait a minute. He said David Hilliard was a op?
Man, we use that, man. He don't watch our show.
He really doesn't. He doesn't. He already said he doesn't. He already said he doesn't. But he had a lot to say about David Hilliard and you know, so
I do know that in David's own book, right? He said he was the first one to give Huey drugs and shit. He admitted that.
I've heard so many people's versions of so many different things. I honestly can't keep it all straight, and that's why, like that day, that day I had the pleasure of paneling with Kathleen Cleaver and made the stupid mistake off air of saying something nice about Huey Newton, and she was real cool about it, but she just shot me that, oh, that's because you drank the Kool-Aid, brother. And I was like, whoops.
Funny, Kathleen, I would never bring certain things up.
I can't keep it all together, man. That's it. I mean, you're right. I was like, it was just a whoops.
That's what it was.
But Sunshine gave us some money. Happy anniversary. She loves the show so much.
Thank you very much.
That's her way of saying she loves me so much. I appreciate you, Sunshine.
Is that what it is?
Oh, wow.
I think that's what it is.
I wish Sunshine would have brightened up your lighting in your room over there, brother. Add some sunshine.
Thank you, Nawadi. Y'all been drinking early? Are y'all already drunk?
They drink. No, I haven't drinking anything. I think the ear doctor was drinking. Oh,
I'm definitely drunk.
I've been started.
And you know your microphone is garbage right now, Kim.
Kim, your mic is not plugged in, but it's the unofficial. We still trying to get to
after the email she sent.
No, I appreciate that though. She said get your numbers up.
Yeah. I mean, she chunked me.
Get your weight up.
She chunked me so hard. She said, you'll get there eventually. She said, I was drinking Uncle Nearest when she said it. I was like, well, I never. So, I'm gonna run up on her. I'm like, you got me confused with someone else. You know what I mean?
She's like, no, I didn't. I said get your numbers.
She said I would come on there, but you were that guy Kamau.
Yo, Ish gave us $49.99. Salute to y'all.
Thank you very much.
Garmy salute.
Thank you, Nawadi. Can y'all hear me now? We better?
Yeah, much better.
That's brilliant. Thank you all.
Yes.
So now y'all can hear these jokes as I'm laying them out.
There we go.
Y'all can catch these jokes loud and clear.
Ear doctors in the chat telling us what questions to ask. Like, dude, you don't go to your
How is he in the chat if he's on his way to an
Is he really in the chat?
I don't know. So
yeah,
what would the host like to see on the channel?
Oh,
no, he's in the main chat.
Oh, he is?
There he is right there. What would the host like to see on the channel in the future? What would you all like to see on the channel in the future? That is a good question.
Let's hear that.
Shut up, Kamau. That is false.
Apparently, I'm going to get my wish on that one. So
listen, but the ear doctor, we got to congratulate the ear doctor. Well, I don't know if he wants that to be public just yet.
I don't know if he wants that yet. I think he's going to make it.
We'll hold on. We'll let you know.
We'll
let you know later. How about that?
Yo, the district?
Tito district, not Tito. The district, brother.
Oh, Tito? Oh, I thought it said the. And I'm only drinking water and shit. Man, I'm blind as a mother.
He's
why is it so quiet?
I saw that 1999, though.
No doubt.
Why is it so quiet behind y'all? Where's y'all's children and families at? Elsewhere?
We got basketball games.
Rated PG tonight.
No, we got my children at a basketball game. So
not eating dinner, watching TV.
Can I answer the brother question about what you want to see?
Yeah. Lunch, like I ain't coming here for all this shit.
I don't care about the damn kids. I'm trying to have a revolution.
First of all, Lawrence, tell us the name of your show, brother, on the platform before you.
Yeah, the show is called In Search of Black Power. So right now we're actually doing audio episodes from our archive. It started off as an audio only show. And we sort of did more heavily produced sound effects style audio show. But with the pandemic, a lot changed. That actually kind of went away. And so when we saw Black Power Media pop up, we said, YouTube, that's where a lot of people are. The visual format would be a good change. So basically we turned it from an audio show to a video show. So we being leaders of a beautiful struggle, a grassroots think tank based in Baltimore, We do a lot of policy advocacy in the state capital, Maryland, Annapolis, and City Hall around a variety of issues. But I mean, kind of speaking to why I wanted to hop on, just kind of giving respect to this independent Black media venture. We don't always have enough spaces where we can actually autonomously explore the complexity and difficult realities of the choices we have to make politically. And, you know, we do a lot of policy work, but people just kind of see what we do. And it's like, oh, that's kind of like, you know, Black Lives Matter. That's kind of like, you know, Dream Defenders. And like it is, but it isn't, you know, in terms of we're not a nonprofit. We come out of a more sort of Black nationalist, Pan-African nationalist vision of the Black radical tradition, but people don't always get exposed to the difference and understand what the difference means and what it means in terms of how you write a bill or how you think about what a solution is or how you actually advocate for a policy or why we do what we do and why we don't do what we don't do. So just kind of having some space to really talk that out, kind of have people actually see that. It's actually the reason why we're doing audio episodes right now, because every bill in the state of Maryland passes in 100 days from January to April. So just in terms of capacity and time, we wanted to go back in our archive and sort of bring out some of that material that maybe the YouTube audience hadn't seen. And that gives us time to work at Annapolis. Like we're working on the reparations for the war on drugs.
Is that why y'all haven't had the show recently?
Oh,
y'all busy working for real?
Yeah,
that's why y'all haven't had the show recently, because y'all working for real?
Oh, yeah.
I ran into when I was at the Capitol last week. I ran into Dave Vaughn.
I was complaining. I was like, "Where the show at?" I used to like the show.
yeah, we're gonna have to try to figure out some new configurations of it, just in terms of fitting in people's schedules. But yeah, the idea is to definitely go back to doing the video format after session, so we can get these bills passed and sort of get this work in, and then figure out how we want to do the video podcast coming back after in May.
And you know, Lawrence, I think I'm gonna be your agent. I like you got a little Dyson style in you when you talk. You need to work on that. He can.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
he about to do a little rhyme. He about to do a little rhyme.
No, all this pen stuff doesn't come from being a drummer. I wish I was a drummer. This comes from debate. This comes from 20 years of coaching and teaching debate. So that's what we.
This is how I first met these cats. Was in the debate world. That that was why he was able that they were all able to witness my collapse.
And study it
and appreciate it.
And be like,
well, they were already experts. They were just like, this is what he let's list all the things he did wrong. But yeah, it was.
They were like, let's film this, and then next time we teach a debate class, let's show this to show everybody when one side falls apart.
Well, no, it's not about falling apart. It's about they do have tricks, you know, in terms of how they use emotion and affect to gloss over substance. And someone like Dyson is actually a textbook example of the common sense. Like this whole, you know, dashiki rafiki, they don't do nothing. That's not an argument. But it's in the air. It's in the ether of how we've been taught to think about Black nationalism, Pan-Africanism. So he doesn't need an argument. He doesn't need a cite or statistics. He's just pulling upon that always already believed reality that they just wear dashikis and yell real loud, but don't get nothing done.
Let me just tell you real quick,
right?
After he opened up his first intro, he said so much nonsense that I lost my temper just listening to him. And the first thing I said when it was my turn was, I hope everybody here understood how much nonsense we just heard. And then he did kind of like a, why, bro? Come on, bro. Why are you attacking me? Like that whole thing.
But that's when they got you.
It was
you know
over.
How the internet works.
It was over.
Whoever's the first to get mad on the internet loses.
It was over. I know. I'm saying it was.
Can put his hands up like James Harden begging for a call from the refs. Like, come on, man. You hear him?
That's it.
Come on, man.
These days you could just outrhyme him though. I feel like you right now you should hit a sharp. You can jump on it.
All it is, if I had just stayed calm. Really, if Glenn had not been sick, I think that was the key. But if I had definitely,
if I take them dudes by yourself, man, what you talking about? Me supposed to do one of them Andre the Giant.
I don't think so, man. I think. Well, I have a certain appreciation for. That's why I talked the other day about when I see Kamau doing the news and what these hits. Like, I really appreciate the ability to do stuff like that because I'm not good at that. And you have to have. There is a skill to saying what needs to be said quickly, effectively, and with the right emotional, pitch or whatever. I think there is a skill to that. And if you anyway, it was just a bad night. I don't mind. I don't have a problem admitting it. It was
real quick. I realized I haven't answered the question about what we want to see on the channel. Real
there
quick.
we go. Let's go. Go ahead, Lord.
Baba Matulu Shakur. So I was on a Black Men Build call last night. Shout out to brother Phil Agnew, and all the brothers in Black Men Build. So obviously Baba Matulu Shakur just got out of prison, and I have a particular interest in hearing from him because one of the things like we have passed the bill for reparations for the war on drugs. So 30% of all tax revenue in the state of Maryland is going to a fund that's going to be divvied up proportionally by the number of arrests that locality produced around cannabis. And that's going to determine how much money they get out of that fund to do reparative work for the war on drugs. One thing we need is liberatory, African-centered addiction treatment methodologies. And just hearing someone who has that experience of organizing, but also specifically from a health lens, from the anti-addiction lens, the acupuncture work, the Black Acupuncturist Network of America, just hearing that perspective about what do we do going forward. Because there's a lot of money out there. You know, these opioid settlements is billions of dollars. And it shouldn't just be the white people getting it, but actually not just having a political strategy to get it. I mean, that's kind of where we come in. But even knowing, like, how do you train people up with liberatory methodology so we can spend that money well and build out a new network of service providers to deal with this opioid epidemic, which we know is not new for us. But we want to be sure that if the money is flowing, it's going to the right people. And we have soldiers who have the experience that's really valuable about framing that conversation. So that's one thing I would like to see. You know, health permitted. I know he's really busy and, you know, he's an elder, but that's one thing I would want to see.
I spoke to him a couple weeks ago, and we as a channel are actually working on bringing him on. Shout out to Hiram for the work he did over at Black Men Build yesterday. We know that Hiram, you know, he came on because of the fact that he knew Hiram was making these new animal cookies, and he wanted to make sure that the imprint of Hiram's face worked really well. So shout out to Hiram for his work. Thank you, Hiram. But anyway, go ahead, sir. Hiram throwing slugs in the chat, man. But anyway.
Oh, damn, Tracy Chapman. Yeah, I agree with you. We are working to
I had a feeling y'all were. But keep me in the loop on that, because I would like to be on that if possible and just, you know, chat with the brother and just in terms of some of the work. But yeah, absolutely.
The good news is that there is a line. You know, like there is a line of people trying to and I'll leave it, you know, I'll just leave it there. I think that's the good news about it, you know.
And I want to point out, I'm glad you brought up Dr. Matulu Shakur, because I don't think there are too many former political prisoners, or I mean, there's a number of veteran freedom fighters, but one of our main focuses for starting BPM surrounds the political prisoners. That's one of the things that I'm quite certain that we stand out on when it comes to that. We feature a lot of their work, and we intend on it, because for us, the political prisoner is probably the most important freedom fighter outside of the current workers and martyrs. So
Kalonji, let me put you on the spot a little bit real quick, because just a little bit before the show tonight, you know, Comedy Hype dropped a video about Assata Shakur, and on the one hand, I really loved that they would attempt to dive into that lane a little bit, but on the other hand, I was like, I just wanted to reach out to them and politely let them know, like, if they ever want to go beyond that little, and as you put it, I think, flawed video, like there are those of us out here who could help them with that a little bit, you know. So I tried to approach, but I do think, you know, so I did want to ask, like, what you thought was wrong with what they did, and just as a way of juxtaposing like what we're doing here, and why I agree with you that BPM is this special and yeah, important.
Yeah, I think there was. Thank you, Faith. I think verbiage wise, there was a number of different inaccuracies, date wise, who Assata rode with and was running with, all that type stuff. I think they made it a little more made for TV, made for entertainment type thing. And for the record, I want to say, as an organizer, I'm not here to diss folks, but I question sometimes intent. One of the things that I did notice as well, when we saw the link, it said, who is Assata Shakur? But when you click on it, it said, where is Assata Shakur? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm always You know, I'm always looking at, you know, looking at it 360. I'm not just, okay, oh yeah, you shouted out such and such, or you said this one's name or whatever. You know, purpose and intent is very important. And I think that when you have so many different freedom fighters who are alive and well, so many different platforms that you can reach out to get clarity, gain clarity, I think that you should. And that's one of the things that, you know, with BPM, we've brought on all types of guests. Some of the guests folks love, some of them they didn't love, some of them we knew was going to be controversial, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if nothing else, in the past 2 years, pound for pound, round for round, we brought the funk. We came with that whole, you know what I'm saying, with flavor, with intent, with politics, with clarity, you know. And again, we don't always agree with each other. This, you know, don't get it twisted to the viewers. The fact that we've made it 2 years, this means something to us because, you know, it's war in between. You know what I'm saying? Because it's we're talking about building, and when you're building, it's just like a relationship, you know. And I'm saying this not to put out company business. I'm just saying that nothing is easy. When it comes to our liberation, if it was easy, we would already be free. Everything would be good. You know what I mean? So we have challenges. You know, for me, I'm a stickler for the words. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that certain things we're not trying to be politically correct unless the politics are correct. You know, we don't say that Fred Hampton was killed. We say Chairman Fred Hampton was assassinated. You understand what I'm saying? We don't say that Malcolm X, you know, we're celebrating his anniversary of his death. No, we are commemorating his assassination. And it's important because of the fact that when we're up against the state had changed the whole narrative with one or two verbs, adverbs, and nouns. We can't fall into that same trap. We have to be responsible because of the fact that we're standing up here. First of all, we have the audacity to call ourselves Black Power Media. The words Black Power means something to me. It's not just a slick soundbite. It's not just throwing your fist up in an afro. It represents pain and struggle. You know, so that's what Black Power Media means to me, and that's why, like in answering your question, you know, we have to be able to critically analyze what it is that we're dealing with, or we'll get lost in the sauce, and we'll be co-signing something that's not correct. The next thing you know, we'll be saying, okay, yeah, well, maybe Asada Shakur did kill such and such because they use certain things like, oh, and then she killed the police officers and such and such. No, that ain't what happened. They defended themselves because they understand that it was a military attack. But anyway, it was terrorism. So yeah, welcome to Black Power Media. Anyway.
Right on. So what's up, everybody? What else would we like to see in the next year or two, or 3 or 4?
Kim gonna bring a show
on? Maybe.
Oh.
I'm still a little sick.
Me too. That's why I had to dip. I didn't want to call for nobody.
I think it's the vinyl chloride from the train explosion from Ohio. I think
it reached Atlanta and Baltimore.
Yes, so absolutely. So
from Palestine. They be bullshit with that.
Do they make sure they say Palestine and not Palestine?
They do. When I did check that out, I was watching some local Ohio stuff, and they were all Palestinian it up. Sorry, Kim. Go ahead.
No. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm down, gentlemen. I mean, I need I guess a concept to talk about. You know, the women that host on this platform. Shout out to Sister Erica and Amber with Brokish, and of course the ever powerful Jacqueline Lukman with Lukman Nation and the People's Power Hour. I mean, those are very big shoes to try to come up with something additional to go, you know, to supplement that or you know, to complement what the women here already bring. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Ear Doctor and I allegedly were going to do a rap show or a look back on classic albums, classic hip hop rap albums. And Ear Doctor, if you're in the chat, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened to that idea. But again, you know, I mean, I'm pretty much down for whatever. Shout out to my other sisters who have been on here as well. Dr. CBS, Dr. Layla Brown, Dr. ELHLA. Like I just have just a high. You guys draft them well. You know what I'm saying? Like the women that are on this platform and who have been on this platform previously are just outstanding and just, singularly exceptional in their respective places. So, I mean, I don't know. Again, like I feel like I don't know what I feel like I'm the, but I learn a lot here. You know what I'm saying? I do my share of talking, but I also try to do my share of sitting quietly and shutting the fuck up and listening, because there are some serious, legitimate teachers on this platform. So as a participant, I'm also a student as well.
Hey, shout out to Tierney as well, because Tierney is on leave. She'll be back soon. So, shout out to her. Shout out to Sister May in the background.
Like 9 months.
Yes, and shout out to Sister May in the background.
Sister May, thank you, Sister May.
Yes, we do have some sisters, and we're looking to get more. And we want, and the thing is, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because we're always making efforts to recruit. And shout out to Coco. I know Coco is going to be coming on soon as well.
Dr. Joy
James,
Janine
Jackson,
Janine Jones. Yes.
Jones. Damn, why do I keep? Anyway, my bad. Yeah,
I don't know. You better hope they don't see this joint.
But I'm the fourth Jackson sister. She's the fourth Jackson.
So we have some powerful sisters on, man, and I'm grateful that for everyone, and I'm glad, and to you all on the panel tonight and in the chat. Thank you for assisting us in building something that was a thought. You know what I'm saying? This was a thought. It's just coming together and saying, hey, why don't we, put together a collective of podcasters, and bring it to another level, and I mean, it's if nothing else, I think that sometimes when I sit back and watch a show, I realize what it is we have, because when you're in the middle of it, it's just like it's go time, But definitely
shout out to MG Befray. What? Sorry about my bad. I thought you were done.
No, all good. I'm done.
You guys are let's catch up on some of these super chats, y'all, because people are. I mean, the money is coming. Kamau, I'm disappointed you're not, running the.
Well, I had to jump off because I also had a cold, but I feel like it slowed down.
No, I don't think so.
No, and I saw Freddie gave some more. Hopefully, it's going to add up to 200.
Thank you too.
So okay.
Let me say this real quick. I have recently, I honestly never used to watch, or I don't watch much now, but I haven't watched much of Brianna Joy Gray's show. But when I've watched a couple episodes, I don't agree with her perspective all the time, but whatever. But I think she actually does a good job. I think the interviews, the way she challenges folks, the way she raises questions, I think she does a good job.
The way she shout out Black Power Media.
The way she shouted out Black Power Media. That's what I was getting to, the way she did it as opposed to other folks. But she was good to remember.
You, Lawrence. Why did you shout out when you was on there? Lawrence.
Lawrence.
But I would
wait. What I do? What I do wrong?
No. It was a little error on your part. You didn't shout out BPM one time when you was on that show. So.
But I will say, but it's also true that the fact that she was able to correct Kamau means she's aware of what goes on over here. And I often feel like whether it's her or other folks, it could be a little more reciprocity. Like folks know we out here. So I always see a lot of people talk about who we're going to have on. And I don't know, we see all of us in certain spots. You know what I'm saying? So she, Brianna Joy Gray did have Kamau on, so she big credit for that. And even though it was to talk about Cop City and only belatedly to mention BPM, after the fact, thanks to her. But you know what I'm saying? No, but in general, I would like to see some reciprocity. When people talk about what they'd like to see here, I would like to see some more reciprocity elsewhere on other platforms regarding what's going on over here. Given that folks do
shout out
see
BPM all the time on
not
status
you,
too.
Kim, not you.
Oh.
Not you.
Took it personal.
You're here, Kim. You're here. You're here.
Kim said,
"What I'm saying, when I'm on a different platform, I'm shouting out BPM. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do status too, and the people in the chat, the people in the chat can confirm this. But as I'm signing off and telling people to go check out Burn It Down with Kim Brown, check out Black Power Media. Go over there and subscribe. I'm at that. That's a lot of times, dog. Like, I'm trying to push. Thank you, Kamau.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I shout it out, but I mean, I don't know. I think that I'm so convinced that we're gonna win in spite of anything that I don't even care who shouts us out or not. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that, like my man said, you ain't gotta no shout outs or applause. I don't need it, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
You see my nickname though, right?
We already know you Chief Petty Officer, so that's expected. But you know, I'm grateful.
Can I ask you guys a question? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I'm really hoping to see more of the folks in the chat come on board. I'd really like to see some of our supporters actually reach out to folks that they know that have dope podcasts. We're not trying to take over. We're trying to make it work in the best interest of all of us. I'm grateful to see Diallo has his show. Is wild and off the chain as he comes. You know what I'm saying? It brings a whole different perspective. Mr. Silver with the vintage VPN merch.
Thank you, Franny.
Franny know about it. Franny got all the Renegade coaching. You know what I mean?
Do you guys think it is? And this just came into my head, and if you guys agree or disagree, please speak up. But I think you all are respected, but I don't think we're respectable. Does that make sense? Is that a phrase? And okay, no, everyone got quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh no, I'm nodding.
I'm listening and nodding. Feels, but what I mean is, we talk big shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody is not comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Like we call people out by name. We call them out their name on occasion. You know what I'm saying?
Up,
and that's not respectable. You know what I mean? Like we are all respected, but we're not respectable. And I think that might be a reason why we may not appear in bigger places. Am I off?
No, I don't think you're off at all.
I mean, it's the politics. I think it's the politics. It scares people. Right. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but it's kind of fashionable right now because shit. I mean, we all get calls from different people. I mean, I've gotten probably at least 4 or 5 Fox invitations over the past year. Yeah, now I'm like, fuck out of here. Like, I don't even understand but I already know that it's the ambush. I already know that they think that they're gonna, try to play it like it's whatever. I don't accept all invitations. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like that gives it more, shit. Like, yeah, no, I got my own platform. F you. There was a brother, I went on his podcast and he didn't like what I was saying. Dude hops up to me, well, this is my show. I said, oh, all right, well, keep your show. I got my own show. I'm about to leave. Then he realized we had more numbers than him. Oh, no, I'm not saying it like that. I don't give a fuck how you saying it. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not going to come over here to change my ways to make you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean?
I think, one of the challenges is that, this is a more serious challenge. Like, some of the channels, while they may drop some jewels, they're more into trying to entertain. Whereas though Black Power Media shows are really informing people and letting them really know what it is. So it's only going to be a certain people that even have the mental capacity to even deal with some of the topics. Most people are surface. I mean, the 85 is still the 85, period. Right. So they're not even equipped to deal with it. So some of these media outlets, while they may like different people individually, to actually, invite you all on those different shows like Kamau, big up to Kamau on his Cop City tour, but that's because he's talking about Cop City. You know what I'm saying? If he was only talking about something else, they probably wouldn't have him on there because, like you said, the politics are the main thing that scares people in America, period. When you get political, that changes the whole conversation.
Right. You about to drop that 5% knowledge, my man? You dropping some 5% knowledge on that? I heard you go 85%.
Yo, Minister Server, before you do that, how do they have an entire PBS series? They don't even mention Islam or the 5%er specifically in that history as it relates to hip hop. They didn't even say it. They didn't even say it.
Jerry, listen, you was giving some great analysis, but you said from the beginning, for them not to even mention Cynthia McKinney, Rosa Clemente, for the president and vice president in 2008, for them not even mention that, goes to show again, they're not serious.
Yeah, I knew they weren't going to mention that. I didn't think they would mention that, but I thought they should have mentioned, speaking of the sisters who got left out, the ones who put together the hip hop political convention in 2004 should have at least gotten some attention.
Rosa was one of them.
I know, but she only got. That's what I'm saying. But they only talked. She said off the record. She told me she was interviewed for 3 hours, and we saw her for about 30 seconds.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? But see again, Chuck has been more to the right and moderate for a long time. None of us surprised from the Air America to the Fox information. But as Kalonji mentioned on one of the shows, that's kind of good that they didn't do that. So now when we come with our information, it's something more relevant. So that's one of the things that I would like to see on Black Power Media. We kind of touch around hip hop on the rap side, but as you know, Jared, on the political side, there's so much that we could get into, particularly from the young people, where you got these other folks out there that's kind of talking around politics. I think, that's something that we could definitely bring to the table more to involve the young people, because they may reference the history, but they don't know a lot of the history. They don't really know about the chemical warfare and the biological warfare in the 80s. They don't really know those things. So I think this would be a great platform to kind of have those type of conversations at least.
But Server, you mentioned you mentioned Cynthia McKinney, and one of the things that folks don't know was she did introduce a bill to release any secret files for the government, urging the government to release any secret files while she was in office. And she also, and in 2002, she put out a proposal for an expeditious disclosure of records relevant to the life and assassination of King and Tupac. So the thing is,
by the way, that Asada video, they did the whole thing about her being Tupac's godmother again, and I was like, why? Come on.
But that was one of the things. That was one of the things, and it's like, and that is, with all due respect, as much as we love Pac, just saying that Dr. Shakur is Tupac's stepfather is a grave injustice.
Hell yeah.
He had so much history before. I mean, going back to when he was 15, 16 years old, throwing his body over Baba Herman Ferguson and Earlua Ferguson in Detroit during that RNA shootout with the police when the police vamped on him. I interviewed Baba Herman Ferguson and Max Stanford, and one of the things Herman Ferguson was talking about was the fact that here Dr. Mutulu Shakur was like 15, 16 years old, and he was a straight soldier. You know what I mean? So, we can tie hip hop all throughout movement. And that's one of the things that there's no one to hold Chuck D and a lot of these other folks accountable, because they're not really amongst us like that. And that's not a diss to them. I'm just keeping it 100. You're not going to catch them at certain spaces. You know what I mean?
Hey, just real quick. Hey, forgive me, everybody, but we got to interrupt because.
Okay.
What up, Joe? I am interrupting.
And Balagoon, tap in, man. I see you in the chat.
I am interrupting my evening with friends. We're here at Strathmore.
Ooh.
We're at the Strathmore seeing the Afro-Cuban All-Stars.
Beautiful.
I promised I would come in and say, hey, happy anniversary to my peeps. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Everything I've been through, up, down, all that. Appreciate y'all. Love you so much.
Love you too. I appreciate you. That was real sentimental. And I'm glad I don't have to fight your friends. I told Jackie, I said, listen.
I was about to say, I'm not getting any sentimentality props from y'all.
I
really?
did. I gave the sentiment.
Did I just break up a really serious conversation?
No, Jackie, thank you very much for coming through. Obviously.
We was on here talking about white media. I'm joking. But anyway.
No.
You got a nice outfit on. What's that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let us get a shot, Jackie.
Afro sheet.
Let's go.
That's all. That's all.
Nothing just did a little something.
You got a server over there blushing.
Just a little something.
Keeping it cute. At the Strathmore. Who's performing,
minister.
Jacqueline?
Am I making the minister blush?
Making a blush. Server, show him your blush face. Show him your blush face.
Just a little teeny bit. Oh, just a little teeny bit. Wait a minute. Let me fix myself so I can. There you go.
You don't hurt him, Jack. Don't make Kamau get in trouble.
Come on. You can't take my word.
There you go.
I ain't worried about you.
Anyway, Jackie, tell everybody we said peace and thank them for letting you step away for a minute. We appreciate it. And it's always appreciate having you on, and thank you for rocking with us all these years and looking forward to much more.
And tell Ear Doctor we said peace. We know it's a double date going on out there. We'll talk about that later.
We noticed we didn't see them both on camera at the same time.
Is that what it was?
Oh,
I'm just trying to put stuff together. I'm just noticing what's happening around here. That's all. Who's in the chat? Who's not in the chat? Who's on camera? Who's not on camera?
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to
Black BPM.
I'm mad I'm not at the Afro-Cuban extravaganza at the Strathmore, because that sounds like a good time. They got any food, Jackie, or it's just music?
I thought I heard plates clanking.
Is that in Baltimore or DC? What is it?
Bethesda.
That don't help me at all.
They definitely got food.
That's Money, Maryland. That's Money, Maryland, Kamau. Money, Maryland. Maryland.
They definitely got food.
Okay.
Yeah. There's definitely they definitely got food and a bunch of brown people serving it probably.
All right.
Get some ropa vieja para mí, por
favor. Kim got a Spanish
they had there's food.
Oh, who took Jackie out the studio?
Actually, I did, because I was like, she was stuttering, so I didn't think it was good.
Oh, wait,
you put it back in.
She did. She locked
She was
up.
froze. She was froze. So I just
Hold on. Where can I learn how to work the buttons?
I don't know.
Right. I can do a few things. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I was going to say, Kim, didn't I do an excellent job?
A better job than I expected. Absolutely, yes.
Are you back? Uh-oh, Jackie. I think Jackie's frozen up.
She said not an excellent job, but better than she expected.
I'll take that, actually.
You made a joyful noise in the church.
I was like, except at the end, I think when we ended the broadcast, I didn't press end of the broadcast fast enough, and so we popped back on at the very end, and I'm sitting there going like, all right, where's that button?
Well, it's better than shutting it down early.
That's
early in the joint. Yeah.
Now I want Cuban food. Dang you, Jacqueline Lukman. Now I'm hungry. Now I want some Cuban food and a mojito. It sounds tasty.
So real quick, I would just before I forget, I would like to see. I'm still disappointed. Not disappointed. I know how things go, but I would like to see us have a Hiram Sports Show. I definitely want Kim and Ear Doctors and maybe Minister Server's Hip Hop History Show. And I would definitely want with a version of what we were trying to do within our gates, which was a sort of Black-centered, African-centered film criticism show. Those would be things I would love to see happen on BPM. And then, by the way, we do have things in the works. Like we do have a number of documentary projects planned and lined up. We do have other ideas that we're trying to put together. That BPM conference idea is still in the mix for maybe a year from now. So like we are trying to we try. I mean, we try to work it out. And then the last thing for me is just to put some more business out on the street. I would like to see us get a slight bit more organized. I do think we could get a little help getting just a scotch.
Hey, this is what happened when y'all go to the company Christmas party. And the boss is like, I want us to see.
That's it. And I'm there. I'm wait a couple more minutes. It's about, let me tell these lovely stuff. No,
for me.
Mean, gentlemen. Oh, I'm sorry. The idea of a live show. I know we've talked about this. And we keep talking about it, but I see these other podcasts doing live joints, and I think that we could pull a crowd in a number of cities, to be perfectly honest. And I even think maybe a little maybe tour is not the right word here, but putting together several different dates: Atlanta, DC, New York. Where are Midwest people out at? Nolan,
Chicago.
Chi-town,
We gotta go to Chicago. Where Diallo gotta host us with Chicago. We have the Good Nation of Islam security for sure.
Big up James. James is in Chicago too.
They might pull Diallo off the stage.
I just think I would love to see these people, this audience. I would love to see them in person. You know what I'm saying?
I like the idea. I love it.
There's a lot of Black love and allied love non-Black comrades, that we would like to see their faces, and they would like to see us as well. So I think in the 2023 going forward, we should be thinking seriously about that at some point, because I think the people will come out. I really do. I think people will show up.
Where's Franny French at? Where's she at?
She's in Oregon.
Thank you, Tafari. Good looking out, Tafari. Except for Kamau, except for Kamau. I love that.
I like Tafari. Tafari. Hey, Tafari, we need a photo shoot too, man. Tafari is one of my favorite.
Now that would be getting Tafari more actively involved with the platform. Absolutely. Would be a definite 2023.
Tafari's my little brother in real life. I rock with Tafari.
I was gonna say about Franny.
I would be honored if he was my little brother. Absolutely.
I want Franny to host us someplace so that she can come in all her like BPM outfit and gear and shit like that. My association with, like, she's probably a little short white woman, and so I'm like, I got her in all this like BPM Black Power movement gear, walking down the street and shit.
No,
like
she and James are going to do the model, the what do they call it? They're going to lead the the runway. The
fashion show.
Fashion show. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. The fashion.
How many drinks you had, Dr. Ball? How many drinks you had?
How tall are you?
We are headed towards double digits there, for sure. Yeah, we headed towards double digits.
$2.
Drill 345.
Yo, $2.
Hey, we don't act like you ain't been there. We all been there, bro.
More money down on.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
it. To get us to Cali,
we won't need more than $2 to get to Cali.
Slow train.
I'll be in Cali next month. FYI,
Hey, me too. Where you gonna be? We might link up. I'm gonna be in Cali in March myself.
Okay. All right. So I'm not like
I know. That's why we planned it.
I was gonna say I'm canceling my trip. I'm canceling.
We planned it that. We said, what month is Kamau not going to be in California?
Yeah.
Big up Blood Honey and V. Thank you for sending us some great British pounds. That exchange rate is very favorable for the great British pounds.
A good idea.
So thank you guys so much. What's up, Jared?
No, I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, and to like hook up, it would be dope if we could like hook up and get like local DJs from every city to come through and bless us a little bit, build.
Close your ears, dear doctor. Close your ears.
No, I mean, we gotta. He can't. I mean, we gotta, or find local activists to build with or whatever, or partner with in each city, like stuff like that. I think that would be very, very dope.
Okay, 2024 BPM tour.
Why 2024? It's February 2023.
Yeah, I got things to do in 2023.
That's why I'm saying we need help with some organization. I feel like my stress level just
maybe 2025. Maybe 2025. Just to be real.
I need a minute.
I'm on the road a lot.
The tours in 2025. Yeah, that's good.
I'll meet y'all some spots. So I'm good with that.
Somebody said Africa, and that is the best destination that we could go, that we could select to do a live event. We should, let's do a 2024 event, start planning it now, and go to Africa.
I have still not been to Azania. I have not been to South Africa. That would be my first. I haven't been there.
Me neither.
So that would
Ethiopia, that's been it.
Leah,
don't play with me, Yipper.
I've been talking to some folks in the UK, Leah, about doing BPM over their way. So it's really about, we reach out to a whole lot of folks across the planet. And that's another thing I love about BPM as well, because we often have guests from all nooks and crannies. We've had folks in Australia, we had folks over in Iran, we had folks in Africa, different parts of the continent, folks all throughout Europe, different islands, so on and so forth. So we definitely we're always looking to grow the platform. We would love to do a remix morning show straight from the West Coast, since this is a different.
Speaking of growing the platform, folks, I got a hard out at 8:15. I want to say thank you all. Respect. 2 years, it's not been easy. But one thing that I saw a while ago that I did want to bring up. What's up with that Twitch channel?
You want to work it?
Because if you're talking about reaching the young people, it's very few things that can reach them like video games. And I'm a very, very casual gamer. I'm very excited about Street Fighter 6. That's my jam. But in terms of talking about the intersection of race and representation in sports and youth, Black gaming culture, I think that would actually be a great way to bring in some more of these political concepts and some video game material.
Well, we have a Twitch on Twitch.
I was going to say, you know what happens when you raise a question.
That's right, brother. So
no, I'm totally with it. I'm totally with it. I know, raise the question, get the answer. No, I get it.
No, let's talk. Let's talk. We do have a Twitch channel. We do use it. We're happy to have help growing it. You know, so if you want to help out, I think that'd be great. Thank you, Tafari.
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to Photoshop some ideas and be a conduit. I'm not the biggest gamer, but I picked it up because I wanted to talk to my brother, and he like 10 years younger than me, and that's how he communicates. You know, he knows everything about every graphics card, every CPU that comes out, like water cooled vapor chambers, like all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it's a real analyzed part of Black culture. And just having the space for and again, a lot of deep political concepts come up in these games. And just having the space
but I also see that entry point. People don't just, I mean, people do regular Twitch broadcasts too. Like they do like political shows or whatever without a game involved. And then, because I see a lot of them end up on YouTube, they then will take that video and post it to their YouTube channel, which is usually where I see it. So I think there's a variety of things we could do with that. And I know you have some interest. I have a little bit of interest in gaming. I know Diallo has interest in gaming. I think that, but all of that is great. So yeah, great. I think it's
absolutely. I look forward to catching up with you and catching up with all of y'all in the whirlwind. See y'all later, man.
Right. Thanks, Lawrence.
Happy anniversary.
The whole LBS crew. Thank you very much.
All I want to say is, Tafari, you can't get on for no $199. Shoot me the link. How you gonna get a link for $199, son? You gotta put in at least like 50 to get on the air.
You donated like $49 a few minutes ago.
I didn't see all that. I saw the $199.
Nah, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Go ahead.
Also, I'm gonna learn how to use the buttons again if he pops on with $199. I'm sorry about that.
Eric raised a good point. He said, or a good suggestion, said that we should try the app Call-In, where we can do call-in shows where people, our viewers, can call us up. Wouldn't y'all like to hear from the viewers? I would. I think that's a good idea.
On this thing, there's an app for people to call in.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if you all remember, but we did. Thank you, Shaniqua. Thank you very much. And yeah, no doubt. But we did have some interaction with call in, and
did it suck?
What happened?
Well, from my end, I honestly at the time I felt like it was just one more thing that I didn't think I wanted to take on, and then I didn't really see why should we try to build or help them build yet another platform when we could do a lot of the same thing here. Mm-hmm. So that was really it, but I'm not opposed to it. So when I say I think we need to help getting organized, my whole thing is I think we need help, period, with folks helping us do certain things like that, for instance, because I know I'm stretched. So anyway, I'm open to
D, how about a young organizer segment? I like
We've been trying, V. We've been trying.
Definitely has been on the table. So for instance, sorry, go ahead, Kalonji. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we got a young organizer we're about to bring on in a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. And that's sort of what I'm saying. Like that's sort of what I'm saying. We have the ability to drop the link in the chat, and for people like Shirley to pop on even through audio and say what's up. What's up, Shirley?
Hey, Shirley.
Hello, everyone. Happy anniversary to Black Power Media.
Hey,
Shirley, very much.
You're not gonna bring your picture up?
No, I'm in my night clothes.
Shirley, this is the first time. This is the first time I'm here.
This is why I wear to sleep. What's wrong with you?
This is the first time I'm hearing your voice, Shirley, and you sound like what I thought you would sound like.
What does that mean, Kalonji? Does that mean
you sound like Shirley?
Okay, well, thank you.
See, you know, what does that mean? See?
Hello, Kim. I'm just here to say hi. No.
Shirley is one of my say hi all stars. Anytime I do a call-in show, Shirley be like, I'm just calling to say hi because she's Midwestern and super sweet. We love Shirley out there in Naptown.
I can't be on the camera in my night clothes. I can't do that.
Okay.
So
okay, Shirley, we're not into that over here, Shirley. Anyway, Definitely appreciate you.
I know. And Minister Server, I say hello to you too as well. One of my favorite shows is, well, I wish it would come back, was Renegade Culture. And I really love that show. My favorite episode is when you, oh God, I can remember his name. Oh man. But anyway, it was
Kalonji?
one of my favorite. I'm sorry?
You talking about whenever Kalonji was on there? Great, Shirley. We appreciate you so much.
Of course you were on there, but there was a special guest on there, and I can't remember. I can't believe I'm blanking out on his name. But anyway, it was a wonderful show, and I just really enjoyed it. And I just want to say I appreciate Black Power Media. And Kamau, he just left, but I really appreciate him as well. His wit, and sometimes he just.
Let me come back for that. I have to come back for that, Shirley. Go ahead. Say that again.
Okay. See.
Yeah, repeat that. Start that from the beginning. Go ahead.
You appreciate your weight
and your intelligence. Although sometimes I do kind of rag on you in the chat, but it's all good humor and fun.
It's love, Shirley. It's all love.
Look at Shirley being sweet.
I'll meet you later, girl. I'll meet you later.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Oh, my bad.
All right. And Jared.
Turn me down. Shirley turned me down.
Damn. This.
Hold up. Don't step over. It's my turn. Hold up.
Yeah, and Jared, I really appreciate you as well. And I love to the show this morning with you and Diallo and Geechee. You guys
Thank you.
That show is just getting better and better and better.
Thank
and
you.
It is. It's a good show.
Kamau is
changed the title. Change the title.
He doesn't like the name.
It's a bootleg renegade culture.
You know what?
It is a bootleg renegade culture.
You know what? I said the title should be Geechee and those two brothers who talk too much. Remember I said that?
I do like that title. I do like that.
Earn Your Liberation wasn't my first pick either, but we did have a process, and it just worked out that was the way it worked out. So I do like the pun and the hate of it, but thank you, Shirley. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna
and shout out to Dominique. We saw you back there. You can come on back if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna let other people come up. I just want to say thank you, and keep doing the good work.
Love you, Shirley.
They say they'll
Bye-bye, Kim.
The floor left fly is Scotch guy. All right, come to the stage right now.
Oh man, look at this guy,
Young Tafari.
Peace. What's going on, beautiful people? How y'all living?
Hey, what's up, Tafari?
What's good, man?
Hey, y'all good. It's good to be on with good people. So no, I'm overjoyed to be here to celebrate 2 years of wonderful work with wonderful folks. Each of you have made really incredible contributions, and the people in the back that y'all always shout out, and Ear Doctor with all of his mispronunciations and dope mixes and all of that good stuff. It's just, this is what, a part of the movement work is about.
Man, that would be a great mixtape name. Mispronunciation and dope mixes. Yes, that would be.
I think Ear Doctor got it.
Yeah,
Tafari,
what's up?
I mean, I'm real happy to see you, man, because we go back a little bit. I don't know how far we go back now.
He about to hit you up for some money, Tafari. Be careful.
You know the plan.
Right. So therefore, now, if you can, keep it to your wallets, brother.
Yeah, but now we've been on the road a little bit with shout out to Precise Science, Rising Power to our man Rough Mike. From Precise Science.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Tafari used to come to Atlanta before he actually moved here or moved back, whatever the case was. And he was always consistent, rolling with the crew, clowning. We got some pictures together. We got some pictures that you took that are classic and whatnot, but we always appreciate what you did. You also did my book cover, How to Build a People's Army. So, the man has a whole lot of talent and skills and whatnot, man. So big up to you for your consistency, bro.
Appreciate that. Hey, we're just reflecting what it is to each other, because the commitment to the work is clear. And so, yeah, it's just good to be in a good space. And I think I've spent time with everyone except for you, Kim. So we're going to have to find some time to link, because Kamau, you may not remember this, but I used to run into you at Ebert Coffee Room before it shut down by Georgia State. And we would rap there a little bit.
Yes.
And me, you, Baba AK would rap every now and then. And when Community Movement Builders, I think, first got the space, y'all were over there building raised bed gardens and all that. And I got to see you work with the drill, struggle with the drill is probably a better way to put it.
talking about.
But no, it's just good stuff. It's just good.
I was gonna say you saw Kamau working. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, Safari?
I feel like he just asked Kim out on a date, though.
No, Kim is wonderful and splendid, and I am happily married.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
My bad.
Like you're not about to get my ass whooped.
Kamau trying to start shit.
I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to start no problems.
No.
Safari, are you all day? Are you ATL based still?
No, I'm in Chicago now. I moved up to Chicago maybe about 3 years ago. So pre-pandemic was going to get a lot more active than I planned on. And then of course it was like stay in the house. And so now that things are getting up and out, I'm getting up and out a bit more in and around the city too. So Diallo and I got to run into each other because we ain't ran into each other yet.
That may be the reason why we have to have that event there. To put fools like Tafari and Diallo in the same room. Oh, Baba Balagoon.
Chicago.
Hey.
Balagoon.
Where you? Is that your bed? What's going on back there?
Nah, this is my baby's room.
Okay. I had to do that yesterday. I had to go slide into somebody's kid's room to do a podcast. You got to slide out with the children.
That sounds weird. Slide into somebody's kid's room.
I bet a little better than this.
You know what I mean.
That was Jared. Jared started that shit.
Come on, man.
What's good, Balagoon? Good to see you on deck.
Good to see y'all, man.
Yes. So
Tafari, what we gonna do, man?
On to everybody on 2 years, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, two whole years. Can you imagine that? Yes. And you ain't even had to whoop nobody ass on the platform yet.
Hey. You know, I'm the lamb. I'm the general lamb.
The lamb, huh? I hear that. Yeah. So you have a new show you rocking as well, huh?
Yeah.
Dealing with gaming, right?
Yeah, Africans playing RPGs, so it's a lot of black folks playing different independent role-playing games.
Word.
You know, the big role-playing game, of course, everybody knows is Dungeons and Dragons. We ain't playing that shit. We're playing like some I created, other people that are in the cast, they may have created it. So we got a pretty cool cast, and it's like the way we play, it's like playing spades and Uno, but with role-playing games, you know. So we're talking a lot of shit, tripping. It's pretty cool.
Word up.
I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm trying to play.
No.
You look like you like sniff glue and play Dungeons and Dragons.
I tell you,
you're a nerd.
The leader of
the only reason, listen, straight up, the only reason I wasn't fully a nerd is that I was big and athletic. The only reason I wasn't fully an athlete is because I like to play Dungeons and Dragons and Dr. J versus Larry Bird.
In other words, he was clumsy. Go ahead, Balagoon.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Don't get it twisted. I'm a nice athlete. I was a very nice athlete.
Jared said, don't you know the last name is Ball for a reason?
Ball. Tree line street.
About to put on them thigh-high shorts and challenge you to a 100-yard dash. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm actually a 100-yard dash medal winner now. Don't get it twisted now. I got medals, trophies on mine.
40 years ago?
Man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, I'm 51. How many 50-years winning trophies out this moment?
I saw you in Atlanta. You couldn't get up no damn steps. Now you talking about you Balagoon, what was you saying?
No, I was saying I wasn't no nerd in school myself, but I've learned to play as a form of protest because only white people at our school were playing, and you know, they were saying this is too far beyond us to understand.
Oh wow.
So I told my sisters, they go out and most of them were playing basic Dungeons and Dragons. My sisters went out and bought me the advanced game, and I took it upon myself during Christmas break to memorize all 3 of the books. And then I started being a game master, what they call a dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons for the game. And I was setting everything in Africa. Right. And I was able to play beyond what the white boys were doing because they were doing the old, you know, you got to speak in ancient tongue and shit. I wasn't doing that shit. I wasn't dressing up like an elf. I wasn't doing none of that shit.
You dressed up like an elf,
I wasn't dressing up. Hell no.
You dress up, Jared?
Like it out?
No. I didn't play long enough for that because once I turned 15,
you lied.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna buy some pics of that shit. I'm gonna
find a pic.
Long ass.
I'm telling you, it was different. Once I turned 15 and that greenery started showing up, my life changed. I went in a whole other different direction.
Jared was the lightest elf you want to see.
Yeah.
A 7 foot tall elf.
No, in those circles, I was the darkest elf. In those circles, I was the darkest elf.
Damn. We got a couple more guests coming on board, man. We got Dominique. We have Fred over here.
That's messed up.
Y'all? How y'all doing?
That's messed up.
I'm good.
Dominique,
welcome.
You said hi, Dominique. You are mute.
Yeah, I really appreciate
it. You ain't fixed this shit yet, Dominique. You ain't fixed yet.
All right, so let Fred talk.
Dominique.
Fred, the only one got the mic right. Let Fred talk.
Yeah, I appreciate what you cats are doing. I discovered you because I'm a big fan of Baba Zach Kondo. I enjoyed the commentary. I caught one show where you had him on for about 2 hours or so talking about Malcolm and so forth. And then I caught another thing where you had Paul Lee, I believe Peter Goldberg.
Goldman, yes.
Yeah, and Goldman, okay.
Yeah.
And then also, I think you had some commentary about the Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it because there's some really deep insight into Malcolm's life and what happened with him, because there's so many folks on YouTube that have some opinions where I can tell they haven't really done the research or really know what they're talking about.
Right.
And it's good to see brothers on here talking about Malcolm and his significance and really talking about it in a deep way. I can really tell people really investigated what he was all about and telling all sides of the man, so that people really get a clear understanding what he was all about. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing in that regard. And I'm pretty much new to your channel. I just kind of stumbled on it a few weeks ago, but so far I've seen a lot of good things, and I want to congratulate you on 2 years of being in business, and hope to see more. I subscribed and everything, so I'm looking forward to more stuff.
Although, Fred,
man,
Fred.
Don't hate on Fred yet.
No,
man.
I'm not hating on Fred.
Can
I get my comment out? I'm about to hate on Baba Zach Kondo, which is even worse than hating on Fred. He was good up until he made that one comment about organizations shouldn't let people in for 10 years. I was like, what kind of revolutionary organization is going to survive? You got no new members in 10 years.
I remember that statement.
The solution.
I don't remember whether that was his statement or whether he was talking about somebody else.
He was talking
about somebody else. He was trying to give examples of how to protect against COINTELPRO.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's a deep situation, because COINTELPRO was very busy in the 60s. They was messing with the NOI, and they were messing with Martin and Black Power movement, or the Black Panther movement. So they were quite busy wasting the taxpayers' money. You know what I mean? So it was quite sad.
I actually see the value in that, though.
10 years to be a member?
Well, listen.
Maybe a member
revolutionary organization's going to grow after 10 years and no new members. You wait for kids to get raised?
I think
we have a few more guests coming on, though. Fred, we appreciate you tapping on.
Thank you, Fred. Yeah. Gentlemen, I need to push off, because I just wanted to come on here and pop up and say hello. I didn't even do my show tonight because I'm kind of not feeling well. I'm a little under the weather, so.
Well, Kim, I hope you feel better, and thank you for coming through.
I appreciate it. I just wanted to let y'all know. I mean, I have such a deep love for everybody that is associated with this platform. And what I really love about y'all is that y'all are not phony. You know what I mean? And that is the only way I'm able to feel comfortable in this space, because I am not a phony motherfucker, and I could never associate with a bunch of phony motherfuckers. And y'all niggas is not phony, not a single phony bone in any of you. Your authenticity, sincerity, the love for Black people, the love to advance Black people in this country and across the globe, it's palpable. I love it. That's why I'm part of this. And I just wanted to thank you guys just for being who you are, to make this kind of space a space of Black power that I feel comfortable in, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to thank you all for creating this space, for inviting me here, for continuing to grow it, and truly for being who you are, in all the good and the beautiful that is associated with each of you. So I just want to thank you guys just for being you. So thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
We appreciate you,
Kim.
Go ahead. My bad. Let my leprechaun go. I mean, my elf. Go ahead, brother.
All I was gonna say was I couldn't think of the exact band, so I'm gonna say 911 band. I was just gonna say I drink to that. But thank you very much, Kim. It has been a pleasure having you work with us. Like whatever that comment was, you the realest of the real. So thank you very much.
Thank
you. Right on.
Love you, Kim.
Guys. Thank y'all. Have a good evening. Happy anniversary,
BPM.
Deuces to the chat. What's up, chat? See y'all, chat.
Yeah, we got 3 other guests on here. We're gonna start with Dominique. We got Big Teal.
You got it working, Dominique. You got that.
Big Teal.
Can everybody hear me now?
We hear you, Dominique.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dominique.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for inspiring me. I'm a grad student at IU. My professor is Keto Swan.
Shout out to Keto.
Yes.
Where he at? Tell him to come on.
I'm studying under the chair of Dr. Jacoby Williams, who authored the book From the Bullet to the Ballot, Illinois chapter of Black Panther Party Coalition Politics, and the Life of Fred Hampton. And I went to Xavier University, Louisiana for undergrad, and now I'm at IU in grad school studying depression in Black males and utilizing the theoretical framework of African self-consciousness, spearheaded by Dr. Kobe K. Kambon, formerly known as J.A. Baldwin, and I'm reading his text, African Black Psychology in the American Context, an African-centered approach, page for page. And one thing I respect about this platform is it reaffirms who we are as Black people. You through the language, through the ancestors, the dead, you all lift up, and we'll continue to lift up until all of our dying breaths. And it's really given me motivation, and it's given me faith that what we do is not in vain, and that we will come out successful. I want to get in specific because I don't want to waste anybody's time regarding, I know Dr. Ball. First of all, my cousin went to Morgan State University. Nathan Scott.
Who?
And Nathan Scott from years ago.
Okay, right on.
But I listened to some of your critiques on HBCUs, and when I went to Xavier, I noticed something that I realized that why aren't we putting the problem, as Du Bois would say, the problems of the American Negro first? And so that led me down a rabbit hole to read The Education of Black People, his 10 essays. And it's like so eye-opening when you see that many HBCUs, right? I love my HBCU. I'm a son of Xavier, but we got to hold it to feet. Why aren't we centering the Negro problem, the problem of African American and African people across the global diaspora? And why aren't we why is it when we do have this information, it's not talked about, such as going to the archive, going to the literal archive, going through the old, school magazines from when the institution started. So I don't want to waste anybody's time or anything like that, but I just want to call you all and say thank you, Mr. Kalonji, Mr. Kamau Franklin, everybody else. I know Miss Kim Brown had to leave, but thank you for being such an inspiration to me as a young 24-year-old. And I just want to say that I'm keeping you all in my thoughts and prayers, and thank you so much.
Hey, brother.
Thank you.
You just inspired us, on the real. This is why we started this platform, man. You know what I'm saying? To see that we have the ability to reach a generation under us. It is an honor. We definitely appreciate you tapping in with us. And man, you got me feeling emotional over here. I might go slap a white.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. Stay strong, though.
A generation under me and Dominique about the same age. I'm just saying.
Anyway, please be careful with them Cambone brothers, boy. They're no joke. And please definitely tell Doctors Williams and Swan that I said what's up.
No doubt. I will, yes, sir. Y'all take care.
Right on.
Okay, we got.
What happened to Big Teal? What happened to
Big Teal's coming back. We got Freedom Power first. Freedom Power was in the wings for a while. Big Teal's coming up as well. Freedom
I don't know
Power
what's going on.
What happened?
It may not happen.
No, we see you, Big Teal.
You're here right now, Big Teal.
It's happening.
Freedom Power, your mic is off. I don't know if you was trying to talk.
No, Big Teal's mic is off. Big Teal.
No, Freedom Power is.
Oh, that's who's talking? My bad.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Freedom. Hold on. Go ahead, Freedom.
I don't know who's
right on. Peace to everybody. Thank you for getting me on real quick. Happy 2-year anniversary. I really appreciate the history. I had no clue until Kalonji broke down the actual details of the history of how this thing got started. I migrated over here following Jared Ball from the radio station, WPFW.
Oh, big shout out to PFW. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Super funky soul power. Used to get, and he had us on Black August on a couple times for some events. But most of all, I wanted to jump on here because I really see the connection.
Wait. Who am I talking to? My bad. You said you were on with me.
Right, Black August, DC. Yes, sir. You had us on a couple times.
So you was rolling with Najee Mujahid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So y'all also, I've been tagging along for a minute, so I kind of know. I know Jared real. I've followed his work real good, and I appreciate what he's done over the years. How he kept it real and not using his platform for capitalist greed. So on and so forth. I really did. And Kalonji doesn't know this, but him too. He came to DC one time in Sankofa, and he just, had a little discussion with us. And after the discussion, he just put two, I think it was a set of FTP set in my hand. He didn't ask me to pay for it. And I was surprised because when I took it home and got into it, those 2 tracks, stayed with me even till today, y'all. So I just want to make sure I give those kinds of credits where this credits are due. And then real quickly, I didn't know Kamau. I appreciate knowing him now. I didn't know his history, but just hearing him and seeing all the interactions with everybody, it's a lot of chemistry happening on this show. And it's really starting to work out. Balagoon, I watch you on Saturday. I take the tips and so on and so forth. I had no clue about you. And I appreciate now having these kinds of connections. My only suggestion of a request would be I wanted to see more interaction, or maybe perhaps Kalonji could set it up. Get the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa president and vice president on the show sometime soon. Have them discuss things. And as Matul's home now, we can also see how building the Republic of New Africa and the government is going right now. How that's happening. In fact, I think it's the 30th or 31st of March. There's a huge Republic of New Africa convention happening in South Carolina. So I'm talking a little fast.
Yeah, already.
Yes, sir.
I'm already on it for you, man. We have sister out of Memphis will be coming on. The president, I can't think of her name right now. I'm kind of
Samad.
We've already been talking. So that soon come, man. You know what we do around here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, y'all, man. I'm glad y'all got me in. Have a good celebration, Jared. I see you sipping, bro. Yes, sir.
Man, I definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Good. Thank you for coming through. Definitely appreciate that. Big shout out to PFW and Katia Stitt too, man. Love that community.
Got Big Till and Coco in the building as well. Appreciate you, Freedom Power.
Coco, Big Till.
Big Till, we see you, Big Till. We'll know what Big Till over there
doing. I can't see you guys.
We see you though, so whatever you're doing, we see you well. We see you and we hear you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, hi everyone.
How you feeling, Big Till?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Just saying how you doing.
Oh, today it's been a mixed day, but I'm doing good. Thank you.
No doubt.
Right on. And thank you very much for all your support for the channel. We see it and appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
What would you like to see more of? Sorry about that. Go ahead.
What would I like to see more of? I'm kind of scared to say this, but I guess maybe like 2 things. I guess I would like to see, I think many people have said this already, but like getting more like younger people, like maybe people from like their teenagers to like 20s. I think to make that happen, right, I guess we would have to kind of connect with like our networks and stuff. But that's something I would like to see more of as I'm working more with undergraduate students. Support. Like, for example, there is a club that called Students for Justice in Palestine, and they wanted to do a vigil for the martyrs in January. And there's a big attack from the Zionists on campus. They showed their faces. And when I told other groups about this event, I got.
Uh-oh. Do you all see that happening, or is that just me?
Yeah. Big Till's piece is spinning.
I will say this. It's funny that she said that about the youth, because just this week, one of my students came to me after class and said that he wanted to get involved with our channel. We're, from my humble vantage point, we're always trying to find people to come on, young, a variety of ages, et cetera, and so forth. I think, again, the biggest problem is usually schedule and time commitments, as far as I'm aware, before you even get to issues of politics or anything like that. So, but we are trying, Big Teal, and if you're able to hear us, you're welcome back. Yeah, sorry.
And feel free to invite folks, and this goes for everyone in the chat as well. If you go to blackpowermedia.org, we have a form, a piece where you can fill out a form if you want to request to get on the show, or if you'd like to host something or whatever. It's not a difficult process. We're just asking that you are consistent and you have similar politics, and we can we can work on something.
Big Teal, how you get the nickname Big Teal? Can you hear me?
Big Teal.
I don't think Big Teal can hear nothing. No.
It's like the big freeze.
The big freeze on the Big Teal.
All right. So we have we know Coco was out here. Coco said, post the link again, please. I guess I don't know who posted it the first time.
I got you.
Okay.
Big Teal trying again.
Big Teal, Big Teal? You got the Ear Doctor Internet service. What's going on over there?
I can hear you. Yeah, my internet is very, very unstable. Like there's no Vios in this area, so it's only and it's old. Like my internet goes out when it rains. So yeah, it's pretty bad. But also, I would like to see more. I guess more revolutionary, like left queer voices. I guess because I don't want us to fall into the trap where we get people based on identity, right? We want to make sure people have principles that we can align with and build, or even like.
Damn.
Big Teal has
Big Teal got internet issues.
It must be raining.
Yeah,
we
get it. We get it, Big Teal.
Yeah,
we got Big Coco on here now. What's up, Big Coco?
Thanks, Obi.
I don't know. Can you hear me though? I don't.
Yes, it is cracking up.
I don't feel like anything is working.
Yeah, it's crackalicious.
Sound like you on them old AT&T commercials.
You got more.
Kind of say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hurting. That was hurting. Yeah, Coco, we gotta. There was a lot of bad audio.
Yeah, you had to go. Yeah.
So now it's enough.
Thank you.
Look Kamau over there, like what's that dude's name? Kevin, the cat that died.
Coco had to get the hook.
So there's been a couple
until she fixes that internet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, just a couple people have been asking about the drops that I sometimes use on the show. We're in StreamYard is a mess in the sense that if we switch the studio settings to get to where my drops are, they're not on they're not throughout StreamYard, which is what they should be. So we would have to completely mess up this whole setup to get to those drops. Otherwise, So yeah, there would have been a whole bunch of messages and put it in the comments and whatever else I'd have been probably going overboard with it. But anyway, Coco
said change the walkie-talkie.
All right, we're gonna try this one more time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you fixed it.
Okay. I don't know what's up with this mic. Every time I get it, I got a new mic twice, and no, it don't work.
Maybe a new computer next time. I don't know.
Whoops.
First of all, I saw your computer. My computer is way better than yours.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Let's not go there. I already know.
My first talk about my Betsy.
Oh, the Franklins.
That's how he threw you off, Coco. He said,
right.
Over here. You're like, come give me a kiss. Take this heat off me.
Right.
But Kamau, you know what's trifling is that my children are now at the age where they don't come say goodnight to me anymore.
No, anyway. That's where my daughter's at, the 10-year-old. She don't want to be bothered no more. Doors closed.
Yep.
I called my daughter the other night. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, you're trifling.
Coco, you want to give us some accolades?
Some what?
Tell me more.
What are you talking about?
You want to say how much Black Power Media has meant to you?
It actually has meant a lot to me. Actually, I was going through a really, really, really difficult time last year when I discovered the chat. Not when I discovered BPM, but when I discovered the chat. And I would log in every day, and I was like, "Oh, F this! I ain't doing this." And I was like, "Oh," and I really struggled with the chat at first because it's intense. But I love it. I stuck around. I showed up every day, and then this is home now. So it's BPM. Yeah, y'all got the politics. You can't find the politics nowhere else. So y'all got the politics. So.
Okay.
And it failed. It failed. Sorry. Yeah, it failed.
Yeah.
My kids don't care. They don't care about what I'm doing. They don't care about what I say.
Well, listen.
No, Coco, I'm glad you found. I'm with you, and I'm glad you made your way here, and I'm glad and shout out to the chat. The chat can be a little rough.
Sir, what the hell are you doing over there, man?
I don't know.
Nixon. He hopping in and off the stage like we'll see.
I don't know. I'm saying the same thing. What the hell are they doing? I think it's Kamau that's doing this shit, yo.
Why you keep thinking they gotta be my problem though? I don't understand.
Press some buttons.
Why you gotta be on me? Look at him looking all down. He can't even figure out what's going on that computer. Like, stay off. That's right. Don't come back. Why you gotta come back? You did your thing.
So Coco, real quick, we had, I think it was beyond speculation, but Kamau and I were speculating that your appearances, including the one coming up, the several coming up in the next few weeks with me are preludes and practice for the launch of the Coco show, The World According to Coco, or whatever. And I have to say, I would thoroughly love that, just if not to put you on the spot, but I think you would be a fantastic addition. And I've loved these discussions we've had so far, and I look forward to the ones coming up. But and you're always welcome to join me. But if it is just practice.
I don't know if you don't even realize that she got a show coming on. Did we have this discussion?
I don't know. I didn't know. Was it officially launched and decided yet?
Yeah, vote and everything. Everybody voted.
Balagoon, can you talk to this brother, please?
I said the same thing. I haven't heard nothing, but I do know it's in the works, and I am working on it. So it's not
What's the name of it? What's the name of the show?
Confronting Contradictions.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, my bad. Well, good.
I'm gonna come fill all these contradictions. But I am looking forward. It's gonna be a lot of work. Obviously, I don't know if I'm gonna go live or if I'm gonna do pre-recorded and what day and all of that stuff. I'm still trying to work that out. I'm not really like, if I go live, I feel like I can't really, like, if I say something I shouldn't say,
it's too late.
I fuck up. It's just like I don't know.
That's how you confront the contradiction. Duh.
What?
Boom.
Just like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's funny because when we was doing Renegade Culture, folks didn't want to go live. We were like, well, might have to edit something, whatever, so on and so forth. I think we was a little more raw though, so I think that might have been what it was. Plus, the ear doctor, he didn't know when we go on break and we're talking shit about people in real life, and that's supposed to be edited out and not on the tape the next day. Like, yeah, I heard what you said about my mother. What are you talking about?
Like, oh,
on Renegade Culture.
I was like, damn, it got caught. You're like, you didn't take that off?
Yeah, they like, oh man, it's good radio. Yeah, but it's not the radio. But anyway, we appreciate you all for for what you bring into the table. Much as I like y'all, I'm gonna be on about 5 more minutes, then I gotta break out.
Nah, we ended at 9. We got yeah. I mean,
okay. I mean, y'all look comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
We got 10 more minutes to this show.
We
got 10 more minutes for y'all to get some money.
You lit.
How much you say you had to drink?
Yeah.
He said, how much
you had to drink?
buddy?
You see how he's smiling? What you talking about? How much you had to drink? You know.
He look real happy over there. Look at him. He real happy over there.
All you see is a beard and glasses right now. You smiling so hard.
That glasses is a hell of a drug, boy. I tell you.
I see Server in the background, got his face all up against the camera, like he.
Can we just kick him off? I mean, what's the point? He's still trying to fix it back there.
But wait a minute, though. Wait, before I forget.
You keep bringing me in and out. That's what it is. You keep bringing me in and out. Hey, but listen, though. Let me just give a serious shout out to y'all in all seriousness. I know we joke a lot, but y'all 3 brothers, particularly and the Ear Doctor, man, big up for y'all 4 for this Black Power media. It is so needed right now. As I often tell Kalonji, the work that you are doing right now is not just for right now. You see what I'm saying? Because there are going to be people that come back and see different things, and no one is doing what Black Power media is doing. All the different shows that are coming on, the way that y'all approaching it, and in real life, like Jared, you being out there at Morgan, Kalonji on the ground, Kamau on the ground, Ear Doctor at different events with the Black Man Lab. So it's not just people online talking shit. You know what I'm saying? This is real stuff. Jackie, Kim, people doing things in real life. Baladoon. So, big up to what's happening on Black Power Media. 2 years running, and we still keep it strong. Any way that I can add on, definitely still talking about doing a couple of shows, but I didn't want to come half-ass to do a show and not really be prepared for it. So I've been kind of waiting. Kalonji had me being cameraman at different events and coming out to different type of things and whatnot. So anyway, I could be of service to Black Power Media. I want to say in all seriousness, big up to all y'all, and let's keep it strong because this shit is needed, y'all. Word up. Respect.
Thank you, Minister Server. Right on. Absolutely.
Minister Server. Matter of fact, next week, if folks are in Selma, Alabama, we'll be in Selma for this. What's the name of the joint? The bridge burning. It's the Black Sunday intergenerational hip hop summit, and we're gonna be on the big stage this year. Last year, Kalonji, that's a whole nother story. But this year, we're gonna be on the big stage.
Doesn't that coincide with the Pettis Bridge crossing?
Yeah, that's
exactly. Yeah,
I hosted last year.
So wait, you think everybody's coming to Selma for the hip hop thing?
Damn right.
No. You see again. When you say hip hop, you're just thinking about rap music, Kamau. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We talk about an intergenerational conversation that we had last year, and now this year it was so dope. Last year, Kalonji hosted it. It was so dope last year. This year we're on the big stage. What you talking about, Kamau? What you talking about, Kamau?
I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it.
Like 50,000 people out there.
You kind of made it sound like everybody's coming to Selma every year.
No, everybody.
You didn't seem not to mention the Pettis Bridge crossing when John Lewis got beat down by the Southern Crackers, and then they did the Beat March. Then they celebrate that every year. And then brings out all the Negroes and all the Black folks, and everybody else is trying to do a parade.
And like my godfather, Mr. Tom Porter, shout out to him who was there that day. If everybody who was there that day, if everybody who claims that they were there that day was there that day, the bridge would have collapsed.
Absolutely. Right.
And watch what happens with Ferguson. Everybody gonna be like, I was there when Mike Brown died. I was holding his hand as he transitioned.
They can't see you.
It's gonna happen.
Donald Trump is a cracker.
She said what?
Kamau, go ahead, Kamau. Look
I'm a good father.
Showing off.
I'm the best father in the world. I'm the best father in the world.
That's right. Raise them in the way they should go. That's right.
Exactly.
No doubt. So yeah, so that it is going to be hip hop
and Biden too.
Right. I'm the whole Selma thing is wild. This year they have Lil Scrappy performing. The server's bringing him down, and he's working on his politics. So it's intergenerational. So that's what it's all about. Anyway,
listen, man, we gotta love our people at all the phases where they are. You was at the Little Scrappy stage at one point, Kalonji. You don't try it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure that we let the people through the process. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, shout out to one thing. I know that Maoli also always brings a little scrappy out to support campaigns and whatnot. So, you meet folks where they at, and that's just, it is what it is, right? So,
Big up to Dr. Dear Winfrey.
Definitely Dr. Dear Winfrey putting in work out there, in that area. But anyway, we got a few more minutes left. We got about 5 minutes left. Any closing words? Maybe start with Balagoon and work it around from the bottom up to the top.
I just look forward to how we grow. This is the best platform, I feel, on social media. In fact, if it wasn't for BPM, I probably wouldn't be on social media at all, to be honest with you. So I appreciate all that you all do. I've told Kalonji before, everybody that's part of BPM is excellent in what they do. And that's what makes everything work. So keep being who you all are and being your real selves, man. And we'll just keep growing.
No doubt. Appreciate that, man. And shout out to Balagoon. He just had a daughter.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations.
She's 3 weeks old today. Yeah.
3 weeks old. Right on. Right on. So one more warrior on the box.
More power to you. That's amazing.
That's baby number 9.
God
okay.
Damn.
Okay.
You just had another baby.
One more.
Kamal's not even paying attention. He
Kamal,
can't even hear.
Kamal's like, you just had another baby? Yeah.
No, at a certain point, it's like the father fatigue kicks in. It's like I can't even hear somebody talk about another child.
I know. I just like all of a sudden, I was like, you had a ninth baby?
The ninth one, yeah. My wife was actually saying until she had this one that she could do one more, but after having this ninth one, that was.
I got many questions, but I'm not going to ask them on the air.
The ninth one, we're good.
I got many questions, but I'm not going to ask them.
My oldest is 37, and my youngest is 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, y'all know about that.
Wow.
Hey, you just inspired. you just inspired Jared.
More than just throw punches and shit.
No, you didn't. No, he did not.
He said I can do more than throw punches.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can throw semen around. Apparently, you can throw semen around. I mean, you can do more.
Why 2 Live Crew song popped up in my head?
Which one?
I'm not going there.
You definitely throw more than punches. Yeah, a lot of semen being sprayed out in the world apparently.
So I'm gonna help us out. I'm gonna help us out. I'm keep us on task. Thank you, Kalonji.
My bad.
Thank you, Tafari. I'm over here like, who's the one drinking over here?
Please, exactly.
My bad.
So a couple things. Closing words. Similar to what Baba just said. One, I think it's just thank you for your consistent commitment to this platform, to this work, to each other. Again, like I always like to say, like agreeing with comrades is preferable, but secondary to the organizing work that we have to do. And I definitely know that you all have worked through things, continue to work through things, and continue to show up for each other, for our people, for the movement, for our victory, for our victories. And so just, hats off to y'all for that, first and foremost, because that is worth its weight in gold. I think, secondly, a challenge to the chat or an invitation to the chat. Let's get these numbers over like 500. So like, each one of us is how many people are in the chat right now? Let me look on my phone. Like, what is it? It says
180. Yeah.
Like, talk to 2 people that you know. I think that so often we create our bubbles and we find people that we're connected with and we love that. And that's very nourishing for us and it should be. And let's grow this thing some more by saying, hey, not just to my colleagues that already agree with me, but like, let me talk to my mama, let me talk to my cousin, let me talk to my nephew, let me talk to someone on the bus stop. Be like, hey, you heard of Black Power Media? It's easy to say. Hey, you heard of Black Power Media? You should check it out. I have a neighbor on my block a couple of days ago that came up to me and we built some rapport over the years and all that kind of jazz. And he came, he's like, yeah, brother, let me talk to you about some things. And we started rapping and I was like, yeah, and if you're interested to learn more, check out this platform called Black Power Media. And he was like, oh man, brother, no, I ain't never heard of that. And then he came back 2 days ago and was like, that blew my mind. This is deep. I forget what show he checked out, but those kinds of things really are meaningful. And so just want to shout us out for that. Two things I didn't get to the what did I want to see in the platform.
Yeah, please.
One, I think that I would love to know what supportive role I and people like us can play for y'all, because I think so often we'll like make suggestions and then it's like, well, some combination of the people that are already doing things do them. So like I would even kind of flip the question, what do you all need from us to continue supporting the work that you're doing? Like Lawrence was rapping about in Kalonji a bit earlier, like I'd be more than game to offer some graphic design support. I'd be more than willing to participate, figure out some more ways to be around in that way. I'd love to see a summary of like the week's show notes. I think the show notes are an undermined resource, and kind of like pulling through that and just having a piece like here's a, not quite like who was making the joke? I think Ricky Ryan the other day about the Kamau didn't read the Black Alliance for Peace emails, but the newsletters, but like a summary of like, here's 6 articles or 6 pieces from the show notes to check out, at the end of the week or something like that, just to keep the political education going. And last and certainly not least, I'd love to see a BPM show that's not in English, or even a bilingual show that is like not English centered to bridge some of those communities that we all kind of have in some ways, but kind of just like putting that front and center in the work as well. Because as we know, the only people like not only English speakers are thinking about this thing that we're working on. So those would be my humble offerings. And I just love y'all and love what we're doing. So appreciate y'all.
No doubt. We appreciate you. Shout out to Comrade Abui out in Spain, because he's talking about coming on Black Power Media as well. We're waiting for him to drop his information on us. We got the youngest BPMer in charge. It's funny, I just saw Balogun's daughter, Ye-Mi, who I met, who was a baby when I met her. She just walked over with the newest in charge. So, Balogun, who you got with you right there, man?
That's Okikiola right there.
Kikiola, she looked like she ready.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, right
she
on.
Looking at you like, who told you to bring me on the screen?
Hey.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Okay.
Right on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. That's beautiful. We're looking forward to her having her show on. And this is what it's all about, these generations. We plan on being here while
they want the youth to have more involvement on BPM. So
yes. So you start producing?
Yeah. I've been producing.
Yeah.
now it's time for,
yeah.
to get her own little thing happening. Yeah.
No doubt. Coco got another new mic again. Coco done had like 5 mics. Like she worked for the source.
First of all, this is what happens when I take the ear doctor's advice and what type of mic to get, right? So I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? That's like the first mistake I made.
First mistake taking ear doctor advice for anything. But go ahead.
I'm just saying. But I really well, for me, I think what I would like to see with BPM, and I think Emma talks about this all the time, is like probably like an app or something like that, something like BPM on its own server, doing its own thing. I think an app would be, like where it's social. You can have your social app. You can have like all the shows, news related, all that stuff. So I'm down to like long term help support that idea. And just more content. I think somebody put in the chat like more spiritual, African spiritual content, healing, all that stuff I think is definitely important when thinking about like our culture and what areas that could be added to what BPM already has. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to struggle and get better at this, because I've never done this before. And I appreciate everything that BPM does. So shout out to all of y'all.
We talked about doing an app in the past, so please keep that at the forefront and let's make that a reality, because there's so many different ways and directions. And I think that can help us to grow the audience as well, when folks can actually I think it's something a little more sophisticated, when you can actually tap into the BPM app like you're tapping into your bank app or your Cash app, whatever the case is. So I agree on that. That's one of the things that, and I want to put it out there real quick. For us, for the most part, we've been like it's probably been about 5 or 6 of us that have really made this thing continue behind the scenes, right? So we all wear multiple hats. You know, some folks you see, some folks you don't. I want to definitely shout out Jordan and Sean and what's my other man's name? I can't think of his name right now.
The dude with the bodies in the basement.
Yeah. Sister May, you know what I'm saying? Because these are folks who actually the whole
Mark, right? It's Mark, right?
Mark, yes.
Mark,
Shout out to Mark as well. Man said the bodies in the basement. He understands that too. But yeah, we appreciate these folks because the whole behind the scene thing has been just as important as being in front of the screen, in front of the screen, because we wouldn't have a lot of the graphics and all of that type of stuff, man. So we're grateful that folks have stepped up and have been committed to assisting us with with what we've been putting together.
I got one more. I gotta shout out and give a very special thanks to my wife for giving me the room and the space, taking care of things in the house, making room so I could do all this YouTube nonsense. So much love and thanks to you and to the babies for participating.
She gonna come on camera?
More or less.
She right there? She's not gonna just wave. She's not gonna give us a wave.
Never.
Hey. She what happened was just now she came in there like, you don't stop making all that damn noise. She
didn't. She didn't.
My wife. My wife. Come on. But anyway,
never mind. Let me leave it there. That's right. No, but seriously, I thank all of our spouses and partners and families for helping us, because it takes a lot to be able to come on here and the time it takes. And that's, as I said, it's one of the biggest obstacles to having others join us is the time it takes, the scheduling and all of that to produce this kind of content on a regular basis. So big shout out to everybody in all of our associated extended circles. And I appreciate everybody. I love this platform and what we've been doing. And it does stand out. I look at a lot of nonsense on YouTube, and there's so much nonsense out there. And very few people, in fact, there's no other entity that I've seen that does what we're trying to do. So,
no doubt. That was Jared's closing. Kamau, you want to do your closing and before we close up?
This nigga had 9 kids. He just had another baby. Ain't you my age?
Yeah, 55. Yep, just turned 55.
God damn.
I don't know if I need to close out after that. You know what I'm saying? You can go. You can close it out on a serious note. I appreciate all of y'all.
Hey, man. Listen, love and respect to the entire platform. Major love and respect to all the folks that check us out. Some of you, I mean, it's amazing for me because this is the first time I've actually been on YouTube like this, just, live and all that type of stuff. I was never into the whole live thing. To me, that was kind of weird and scary. I felt like I'd be talking to myself. But to see all of you all, and I thought it was real weird. I thought half of y'all was FBI, half of y'all probably are, but that's beyond that. I'm talking about when I first got on, like, these motherfuckers on every goddamn show. Like, no matter what you turn on. Hi, my name is. But anyway, as long as you stay in your place, you all good. We appreciate you all for your support indeed, and continue to grow with us. It's a journey. We are hoping that we can come in the vein of the Guild Nobles, who came before us, and the Tony Brown journals. If you were in the tri-state area and whatnot, these are shows that we would see.
Oh, let me drop one big shout out to Listervelt Middleton. That's
definitely Listervelt Middleton. Listervelt Middleton, the poet extraordinaire, who I would always hear his work at First World Alliance in Harlem every Saturday. So definitely shout out to him. And we love y'all, man. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for your criticism. And we're gonna win. And thank y'all for accepting the name remixes. I mean, we was arguing about that for a while. Like, no, let's call it the mix-a-lots. Let's call it the boom, boom, boom. Remixes prevail. Anyway, we'll see y'all again. Check us out tomorrow. Warrior Class, 1 p.m. Sunday, you have Sundays popping off at 8 p.m. Monday morning, Guerrilla Intellectual University, hosted by Jared Ball, Janine Jones, Joy James, and myself. Tuesday through Thursday, we can't forget Remix Morning Show. Diallo's on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. EST. What else am I missing? Thursdays we have Sunjiata Chajua, Real Talk. Mm-hmm. Also, what's Black Myth Podcast?
Black Myth Podcast.
First and
you never know Jackie Lukman's Power Lunch.
She gonna power lift and power lunch. No doubt. And rise in power to our brother. We can never forget him.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Brother Abdus, who started out with us, and he we haven't heard his name mentioned today, but he made his transition, and we found out about that, I think, while we were still on the air that day. And and it was very emotional, but he was a good brother, and I'm glad that we got to know him for the limited time that we did. Again, broke his podcast first and 15th, and
earn your liberation.
Earn your liberation Friday mornings.
No doubt.
Right.
That's the shows.
Kamau's
Coco be coming with her show one of these days. She over there fronting her and Minister Server, but they'll be all right. We're gonna get
and Hiram too.
Definitely Hiram fronting as well. But anyway, y'all be safe. We out of here.
Right,
Black Power Media, 2 years.
Peace, everybody.
And I just want to say shout out to Changa list. Peace.
Okay.
What you ruining the goodbye for?
What's that?